This is a heads up for those in Florida that have children that may be dealing with the government trying to stick them with dozens of needles if they want to go to school. This is the case in some states here in America. Look at California. Like I said, Florida now, a part of this group that is basically saying, look, if you're going to live in our state, we're going to be able to stick your kids with whatever we want. And now in Florida, this HPV Gardasil vaccine, which is very dangerous, very controversial, it is currently not a part of the CDC's required vaccinations for school children. Now, once again, the CDC makes this list and they're going to say you have to stick to it, or they're going to come after you, or they're going to do this or that, or what, take your children from you and stick them anyway. Yeah, that's America these days, folks, because people will not get up off their tail and ride for the cause. You see what happens to that little old lady sitting behind the desk inside the CDC that sits there and says, oh, you have to have this, you have to have that, you have to have this, or we're going to take your kids, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Everyone's just going to sit down and take it, right? Well, until you stand up, you make a stand, and you say, no, we're not doing this, they're going to push you as far as they can. Do you get that? They're going to continue to push you and push you and push you till you fight back. Maybe some of you didn't grow up in the streets, in the hood, where you have to survive. We have to show some strength. How about when you get thrown in jail? You have to show that you're not a bitch maid, or they're going to start picking on you, coming after you, seeing your weaknesses. Same thing here. If you do not stand your ground, they're going to see you as being weak, and they're going to continue to buffalo you. So this is my warning to folks in Florida, and I know some have been fighting the fight down there. This is what they're doing. So, I know that this has destroyed the lives of many already, and there's a huge debate over the number of vaccines, the many different vaccines, their effects, the mercury in them, and everything else, of which when you bring all this stuff up, they can never give you a valid answer. They want to try to pull out some print off, some sheet, but it's always a runaround. Even inside the doctor's offices, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, it's always a runaround when you're like, I want to see some proof. They say, oh, this and that, but when you're like, I want to see some proof, they cannot provide it, ever. So it's a huge sham in terms of this stuff, especially when there are vaccines out here that are not required for school, and the state is going to try to force you to do this. That's right, force you. America.